All right, fans of the channel, it is new frame day, essentially new bike day once I build it up. What I got here is an Octane One, I believe this is a Zircus frame, although it looks a little different than one I ordered. These frames are a killer deal. This one was I think it was $250, but I had a coupon, so I got it for $225. I did a lot of research on the dimensions and the quality and reviews on these. So this is the absolute newest version of this frame. Has the indented seat tube so they can run the chainstays shorter. Has the tapered headset. You can tell by the decals too, it doesn't have the ones that overlap the head tube right there. So this is absolutely the newest version of this frame as of the recording of this video. Now I did, like I said, I did a lot of research on the geometry. I have all the parts to build a bike, so I just had to find a frame. But you'll see there's a bike behind this. Now, the thing is, Octane One and NS bikes, I'm not sure they're exactly the same company. There is some delineation between the two. I don't know if NS is the higher end version of the Octane, like a Lexus is to a Toyota, you know, something like that. But they are related on some level. And as you look at these two frames next to each other, and that is an NS Deacade, and it's the V2. This bike's like less than a year old, the frame is. You can see same curved seat tube, dropouts, you know, pretty much exact as far as I can tell. You know, the way the bottom bracket is welded is a little different. This one seems to have a cross brace put behind it. Maybe it's a little less expensive way. Maybe this has a CNC machine bottom bracket, because you can see it's welded right there on the chainstay, whereas this is not. The NS has a big old square brace there. This one has just a regular round one. Head tube, you know, I don't really see much difference there, except for the NS has the gyro tab, you know, things pre-drilled. If I remember right, the Deacade is like a specially butted, handcrafted, amazing tube set. I can attest to the fact this bike rides amazing. It's literally my favorite all-around bike. With an air fork on the front, it weighs right around 25 pounds the way I have it set up, which is not super light. I mean, I could drop another pound, you know, going fancy tubes, you know, probably lighter cranks and pedals, whatever, lighter wheel set, who knows. But this bike is amazing in skate parks, it's amazing in dirt, it's amazing on the pump track, it's fast, it's really solid, really stable. And that's why when I had an option to buy this frame, that's why I did it. Basically, the geometry matches up. The weight might be a little bit heavier on the Octane, although this thing is so light in person, I can't imagine it being a big deal. But in case you're wondering about the quality of these Octane One frames, because there isn't really a whole lot of feedback online. There's like some bike checks and some bike builds, but nobody actually says much about them. As far as I can tell, the welds are all really, really well done, and they might be machine welds. I really doubt it's hand welded for the price you can get it. It's 6061 aluminum, which, you know, stuff's amazing. SE's been using it on their PK Rippers and Flovo Flyers for, you know, 50 years now, as well as other stuff. That's the first bike company I can think of. Integrated headset, it looks really nicely finished in there. Everything's real clean. That was just a fleck of something stuck to it. Brake guides are really nicely welded on. They're not overly done. You know, there's a couple spots where the welds overlap a little bit. It's actually really clean considering how close I have this camera. Bottom bracket looks really well chased. The threads are done. There's also the weld holes are not overly burred. Actually not burred at all as far as I can tell. Brake mount looks real clean. You know, there's no signs of it being not straight yet. So, you know, for what they're selling this frame for, it's just a hell of a deal. And like I said, you know, it's exact same geometry as this frame, which is a whole lot more expensive. So, you know, I'm gonna set this one up to ride a little more, maybe dirt. Just put a little knobbier tires on it, maybe a little more travel on the fork. Well, actually, I have all the stuff, so I know what I'm doing with it. But I'll just shoot some pictures and stuff once I get assembled, and I'll actually put it next to this bike, weigh them, and then I'll take it out for a ride. I got about 4 weeks left of recovery. Broken rib, broken collarbone, punctured my lung like 2 weeks ago. So it's gonna be a little while before I get a chance to ride it. But as far as I can tell, quality wise, the Octane One for the price is absolutely amazing. So if you have any question about whether it's worth the $250 or whatever, I would say there's no question. It's definitely worth it. It's a solid looking frame, and with the way that one rides, and I know this, I know it's going to ride stellar as well too. So anyway, if you're looking at Octane One frame, check it out. I got mine through Northwest Bike, which I ordered it a week ago, and it literally didn't ship till yesterday, and I got it today. But they actually were very responsive via email, and they told me it might take a week to ship. So I'm really happy with the service, to tell you the truth. So Northwest Cycle, they're located out of Seattle, but they ship out of various warehouses. But they got a great deal right now. So check it out.